so it's me, Kiani. Today's video, I'm giving you my most requested look of the past couple of weeks. I'm giving you two different smoky eye looks to get you through this spring, summer season. And you know what? Anytime that you feel like getting glam, this look has definitely got you covered. I'm making it as simple as possible. I am going to talk you through the looks. You guys tend to enjoy that, but you're going to be so impressed with how simple it is and how little products we have to use. You with me? So, if you want to see how I created this one of two different sparkling eye looks, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's get started. You'll see that I've already completed my foundation. Check the link in the description box. I'll show you how I completed this full face of glam. But let's go ahead and move into the eyeshadow. If you look on my lids right now, you'll see that my eyelids are already creasing. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of the RCMA powder, pop a little bit on my hand. And what I've been enjoying doing is grabbing a damp beauty blender and just removing the crease and setting this down. To go ahead and start this look, I'm going to grab my Stilazzi. This is their new borderline gel liner. And I'm grabbing the shade called Smoky Quartz. I absolutely love this color because it's just so rich and creamy. And you'll see that I'm going to use this product multiple times in this video. Next, I'm going to grab my Stilazzi. This is the flat dome shader brush in the L210. I'm obsessed with this brush. I've used it so many times, and some people get really cautious about using a white tip brush, but I know how to clean them. So comment down below if you want to see a new how I clean my brushes video. So mainly the tip with this is just to start very low. And you'll see with this brush, I am literally starting to shape my eye. I'm allowing the eyeball to define the shape. And I'm not going any higher with this cream than the eyeball. And just pack product on until you get the depth that you want. And do not forget to do the lower lash line. So this is what I would call a one-step smoky eye. There's no blending that I've done just yet. The main thing is to make sure that you apply that translucent powder so it's going to absorb any of the moisture in the gel liner, but it's not going to flatten it out so much that you lose the semi-matte finish of the product. Let's move on to step number 2. I'm going to grab that exact same brush and drag lightly, just gradually feather up. And I'm really not dragging this too high above the crease, but I am almost buffing out a little bit of that line of demarcation. I want it to be very prominent where the eyeshadow starts and stops, but I want to make sure that it looks like it was blended very nicely. So I'm gradually using the tip of that brush and just softening the edges. It looked like you've applied two different products, but I've only used one product and one brush. Next, I'm going to grab just a standard contour palette. Well, this is anything but standard. This is by Cozzette. It is his new Infinite Contour Palette, and I'm going to grab my Precision Crease Blender brush. This is the L216. And can you see how small that brush is? It's going to allow me to blend out very softly, but it's also going to give me tons and tons of control. Oftentimes I see girls that like to use big, fat, fluffy brushes, and those are great when you're applying tons of product across the lid, but when you want to do something very specific and classic as a smoky eye, using a smaller brush is going to give you a lot more control. Let's get into contouring the eye. So I'm going to grab these two cooler shades here and just buffing above those. There's not a whole lot of fallout with this brush. What I want to do is go right here at the upper part of the crease and softly buff around that line of demarcation once more, just to make everything look nice and smooth. Dragging up and moving right above that crease, keeping everything very soft and defined. Buff, buff, buff. doing the same thing underneath. Soft and smoky. Now at this point, if you're feeling very inspired, you can go back and redefine the eye shape, which I'm always inspired. Once I decide to do a smoky eye, I always like to make it as crisp as I possibly can. So I'm going to dump right back into that gel liner, again with that same flat dome shader brush. And I just really want to redefine the inner portion of the eye and the outer portion. Again, just retracing the area and definitely expanding that shape just a little bit if necessary, because remember, we're going to go in and add a little bit of glitter in just a minute. Can you see how I almost have like a two-dimensional definition of that smoke? And that's going to serve me well, because now I'm creating the trace of where I'm going to apply that glitter cut crease. Next, I want to grab one more Stilazzi brush. This has been one of my favorite brushes. This is the Ultra Precision Flat Liner Brush, the L206.5. Look at how flat that is. It's not like an angled brush, but very, very flat. And I'm going to show you why I love it so much. Because this allows me to rim my inner waterline and keep complete connection. Unlike an angled brush that has that angle that sometimes that tip stabs you, this one again keeps complete connection, so you can fall right into the inner waterline and pull back and forth and not hurt yourself. I'm going to go right back into this Cozzette palette, and I want to dust in this shade right here, going back in with that exact same Precision Crease blender brush, tapping off a little bit of the excess. And what I want to do is just warm up my crease just a hair. So again, starting in the middle and pushing out and buffing. Now remember that I've applied that colorless powder. So what's going to happen, everything is going to play nicely together. But for the most part, that gel liner, honey, she is set. You are good to go. But I am just buffing this out really, really quick. You have about, I would say about 2 minutes to get this look complete before she is complete set down. But putting that powder underneath allows everything to blend very, very nicely, and for you to keep that definition of colors that you've layered. Can you see what just happened? I basically just blew out that smoky eye without it looking like I punched myself. Remember, what you do on the top, you must do on the bottom, also the outer perimeter. So I'm just going to buff that out and around and blow it out. Next, let's add another element of surprise to this eye look by grabbing my Stila, the Diamond Dust. And this is what I call like liquefied glitter. So I'm going to grab this, pop a little bit on the back of my hand, and you will see that she is beautiful and crystallized, like it literally does look like little diamonds. Now I'm going to grab my angled Stilazzi brush. This is the L205, and you'll see that she's totally different. Can you see how that angle is nice and prepped? And I'm just going to grab a little bit of this diamond dust and do a light detailing of the eye. You'll see that I'm going to use exactly the same Stilazzi gel liner as a brow product, so I'm going to fill my brows in right now. Alright, don't worry. I decided to go ahead and allow this side of my face to catch up with this side. Let's go ahead and move into lashes. So for this look, I am going to show you guys some of my favorite new lashes by Stilazzi. This is from the Chi Chi collection, and these are appropriately named after hours. Doesn't matter that I'm recording this video probably about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you get what I'm saying. The Chi Chi collection is definitely one of my favorite parts of the new launch by Stilazzi, mainly because they are faux mink lashes that are extremely comfortable. I mean, how many times have we found our new favorite lashes that are just like impossible to wear? These are beautifully constructed. The band is designed to be durable enough that you can get, the packaging says about 5 to 8 wears. I say 8 to 10 wears. And what I like to do is just set them on my lash bed just to make sure that everything is lined up with my eye. And if I need to cut them, I can actually take a look and see where they need to be trimmed. So I'm going to trim right on the outside just to make sure that they fit. So I'm just going to trim just on the outside and of course the inner tab to kind of customize them for my eye. I'm going to grab my Callas latex free lash adhesive, and best tip, I'm just going to set these down and allow the adhesive to start to dry. I'm really not cutting off that much. Can you see what was cut off? Just enough to make sure everything is nice and comfy. Next, I'm grabbing the Tastiest mascara. Obviously this is by Tarte. I'm going to coat my lashes while that lash adhesive starts to dry. Yes, I'm going to apply the mascara on before I apply my false lashes. As I mentioned before, applying the mascara on allows your lashes to already be coated. It keeps the mascara from having to get all enthralled on your faux minks, gives them more wear time. So here we are, we're complete with look number 1. I'm absolutely obsessed with this, but sometimes, you know, you really feeling a look and you want to take it to the 10th power. Let's do that right now. Look number 2, let's get started. So remember, I've already done this beautiful smoky eye, and I have one type of glitter here, but this is going to make it even more interesting. I'm going in with another Stila glitter. This one is called Molten Midnight. Now to me, this is the most underrated one. Sorry about my dryer, because it has this beautiful gray smoke. And when I wore this on top of the smoky eye, everyone thought that I had a black smoky eye. But you see I'm starting with brown. Let's go in with the Molten Midnight. I am seriously just going to go right below this trace and fan this glitter out and just dragging this across. No higher than what I've already done. And if you want them to marry, drag it just up over that. If that diamond dust is too sparkly for you, you just drag this on top. Look at that. Woo! Bring it out. Now on the edge, I will keep that really light because I think it just adds a little bit more interest. And of course, when I drag underneath, I am going to just follow the trace of the shape up, because that kind of gives it that beautiful cat eye effect. And drag it and wrap it. Going back in with my Tarte mascara to make sure that I don't have any glitter on my lashes. Also missed in my previous recording, my lash adhesive is pretty much drying. I'm just going to tilt my head back like so and set these lashes on. And look at my cute little tweezers that I got from Sally's Beauty. Aren't they cute? And because I'm trying to keep my camera from cutting out on me again, I just want to go ahead and show you this look. And there you have my 2 favorite versions of the sparkling smoky eye. I absolutely love how these looks came out. Very quick, very whimsical, very modern, very day, very classic, very bridal, very prom, very anytime you feel like getting glam, honey, we got you covered. And for those of you that have made it to the end, guess what? This is going to be a giveaway video. One of you is going to win the Stilazzi gel liner, the brushes that you saw me use in this video, as well as the Stila glitter. How does that sound? All you have to do to be entered to win is make sure you're following me on YouTube. You also have to share this video. The more times you share, the more chances you have to win. This video is only available for those in Canada and the US only. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it 2 thumbs up. Follow the instructions in the description box to make sure you have a chance to win the products that I use in this video. You guys know I love to connect with you, so make sure you connect with me. Follow me on all my social media links to never miss another upload. Make sure, again, you subscribe if you have not already. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.